Hi there. So today I want to do a quick blog to talk to you guys about why some people never get to the next level. And I think this one is a really important one because we all want to get to the next level in our lives now. But every single stage of your life you have problems, but you would like to get past a certain point and be able to you know, realize some of your goals and feel as though you're getting somewhere in your life. And there's a lot of people who are getting older and hoping to get that social respect that usually when you get older you get and stuff. But when you look at them, you're realizing that like they're not getting to the next level. And I'm seeing it a lot. And it's especially easy to see it with things like a fitness journey where you see somebody and they always stay the same size all the time. Or, even though they're telling you how they want to lose weight and they're telling you they're exercising, they're telling you they're doing all these things. But when you look at them, you can't really see no changes. And, that's because change requires knowledge. And if you don't have the right knowledge, you just can't get the changes that you might be looking for. And I'll give you an example. Now, in our world, we've been socialized nowadays to care so much about social media. And the thing about social media is you're supposed to have all these followers. And because of these things, we are so focused on having followers that we are focusing on the quality of our followers. I just talked about this on my Instagram this morning because, like, you got these people, they want to show you they have 500 followers. And obviously, that's a small number. But you know what? 50 of those followers is weave pages or some sort of business pages or whatever things are being promoted, and people are just happy to have them just because they have followers to say, oh, these are my followers, especially women. And it's a problem because at the end of the day, it's not only about the quantity, it's about the quality. For instance, suppose you wanted to monetize your page by doing ads, but your page is just full of you posting lots of wafflessness or lots of smut. There's a lot of people who will not align their brand with you, and therefore you'll have problems. And in the same way in your life, don't worry about what you've been socialized to believe. Always worry about the quality rather than the quantity, because the next level is all about quality of life, not about how much you own or what people think. It's about how you actually feel inside. And that's why a lot of us can't get to the next level, because a lot of us are stuck in our heads and worrying about what people think or what people see and whatnot. And we can't sit down by ourselves and drink a cup of tea and feel peaceful. We can't. And if we drink a cup of tea, we gotta post the cup of tea, because at the end of the day, we are so worried about what people think that even when there's no one around us, we are thinking about what people are thinking of us. And the truth is that people don't think about you as much as you think they do, and people don't think as good of you as you would hope, because the fact is that nowadays, because there's so many people not willing to level up, we're dealing with a lot of bad mind, a lot of wickedness, a lot of haters. And I'm sure you guys know every big artist that ever had a song got songs about haters, especially Caribbean artists, because especially like Jamaicans have set a trend of song topics, um, where one of them is haters and bad mind, one of them is gangster and guns and stuff like that. One of them is a girl tune, the other one is a ganja tune. We all know, Caribbean people, we all know how it go. And I think even in soca music now, which used to be such feel good music, a lot of times now is about things that are not as positive, because people are talking about being hated on or getting too drunk, whatever the case may be. But things have taken a turn for not being so positive, and it has permeated our psyche because it is everywhere. And the issue with that is, as I say to you now, you have to decide what's the next level for you. And you cannot get to the next level if you are busy worrying about what other people think is the next level. So other people might tell you the next level is you need to get this degree, or you need to become a doctor, you need to do this, you need to do that. Is getting this degree making you miserable? Is working in this place hurting you, or is it helping you? And everybody, we view everything based on success, based on money. Now, I do think that you need to be able to think about money a little bit and decide how to market yourself and how to brand yourself and what to align yourself with, of course. But at the end of the day, is that the only thing that rings true to success? Because just because you can afford something that you couldn't afford before doesn't mean you're living a better life than the life you had before. And that said, I want to come up with some solutions for you, but as I said, it's based on information. The first thing you need to do is to critically analyze yourself and decide, what level am I on right now as far as my health, my fitness level, those things. What do I think about? Am I reading enough books? What am I spending my days doing? you know how fat am I really? Because I keep seeing myself with this Beyonce body in my head, and I have it planned for someday. What day is that? And then we have to also accept ourselves on that level. So we have to say, okay, well, right now I don't have X, Y, and Z, but I would like to obtain it. And then we need to research these things that we say we want to obtain. Because, and I've spoken about this a million times, talking about your best self, you're going to repeat things. What happens to people a lot of the times is that they say they want something, but when they see the work that goes into it, they don't want it no more. Now, nobody's going to advertise the work that it takes to do something. They're going to advertise the finished product. So at the end of the day, when you see somebody and you say, oh my gosh, this person has X, Y, and Z, you don't know what they had to take to get it. And I'll tell you something else. People who get things without working for them usually have a whole bunch of other issues. You know, that rich kid syndrome, they always get themselves in trouble doing stupid things because they didn't understand the value of what they have, all that. And it's important for you on your journey to realize that working for something and for things not to come easy and stuff like that, that's okay. Having a journey and having a story is okay. And when you accept the fact that you're going to have a story and you're going to have a journey, that alone takes you to the next level. Because a lot of people have not accepted that at all. Once you've then accepted the journey, then you're already on the other level. After you pass that part and then you start thinking to yourself, okay, outside of that, this is what I need to get started. Then you're ready. And you get started and you remember those baby steps. And sometimes you take baby steps away from a situation and you think, I'm so close because I'm only taking baby steps. I'm still close to this drama in my life. I'm still close to this ex I want to get rid of. I'm still close to feeling bad whenever my mother says something that I don't want to hear. I'm still close. But you know what? As long as you are taking baby steps away, one of these days you can look back and it's going to be far away. And those people that you cared so much about what they thought and how they can be so beneath you. The only thing they could do is throw rocks. The only thing they could do is say something negative. The only thing they could do. And you know what? There's people next to them who admire you. There's people next to those people that you left behind who are saying, yo, I really want to be where that guy is. I really want to be where that lady is. I got to level up. And therefore, you're inspiring someone. So, there's some people that will never get to the next level. They will live and die on the level that they're on. And those people like to spend their time worrying about what other people think. And also they make a whole job out of going and telling other people, look at her, she thinks that she's on that level, but really and truly she's a this and that. They have a whole occupation. They're employed talking about you. They don't have a life. They don't have a life. And you can't worry about people who don't have a life. They're not having a life is going to catch up on them. Then bills going to catch up on them. Their lack of love in their own personal life is going to catch up on them. Their lack of health from being toxic is going to catch up on them. Eventually you just see the demise of these people. You will stand on the precipice and watch the demise of all your enemies. But at the end of the day, don't let any of those enemies be you. You have to level up. You have to find out what the next level is, and then you have to get the information you need to make sure that you can be successful. Some of us are so stagnant, and then the thing about it is some of us, we actually get into a routine of trying to better ourselves, but without the correct knowledge we stay the same place. This is like a person that decides they're going to start walking. Yes, they start walking, they get the benefits of walking, but at the end of the day, they're still eating macaroni pie every day. They're still eating sweet bread every day. They're still eating biscuit for snack and a Coke. And then they say, oh, I'm not losing any weight, or my health is still bad, or I got sugar, or whatever the case may be, because they don't have the knowledge. So they've done one good thing. Yes, they're better than not doing it. It is better to do that first step. But you cannot take one step and stop. You have to continue to make baby steps to get where you need to be. And that is the problem. Some of us, we lose 10 pounds. Okay, and we look all right. And there's nothing wrong with accepting yourself. But if you know that you really want to lose 20 pounds, or you knew that you really wanted to be a stronger person, whatever, you cannot let these small successes and the fact you've taken 2 steps stop you from walking anymore and say, look, I'm tired now and don't walk no more. No, you have to stay focused. You have to stay driven. And even in the times when you are tired, you have to remember why you started and keep going. This has been Coach Selena. This is almost 10 minutes. I think there's enough time. I hope you reflect on the things I'm saying. I hope when you meditate, because you should be meditating, you take 2 minutes to think about what I'm saying. Have the best possible day, the best possible life. Bye.